Schildmaid MX. Und ich bin ein verdammter Krieger. And I'm gonna take my space croissant. In 2. The Asteroid field, sector Bruenhild. I feel like this is a game where I have to explain the mechanics in the first 5 seconds. You have to let the bullets hit you. Ouch. But that means the fun has begun. This is Schildmaid MX, an indie shmup made by HitP Studio, released in 2021. It's on itch right now, soon on Steam, slightly less soon on Switch, and like the name says, it's all about the shield. And there it is, this magnificent blue aura around me, and this allows me to make a complete mockery of all these bullets heading my way. Come on, little shippies, bring it. You too, Gundam. But there are missiles as well and other things that can kill me, so I have to be ever so slightly careful. There are bars at the top. The first is the most important right now, and it's what is going to fill up with every single bullet that I'm absorbing with my blue shield. And that gives me power. I level up until a certain point where we'll speak about it again. And I'm nearing the point where in just a little second I will be going to level 4. Thank you, voice. The second one, my EX bar, that's just my special weapon. Each ship has a different one. And that's why I've chosen the Space Croissant, because with the touch of a button it will unleash a barrage of missiles homing onto the target. And I'm going to be using this most often with the bigger enemies which are coming my way, because it's important to make sure to kill things consistently and quickly, because of the third bar, the blue bar. And that's my shield, and that's depleting rapidly. Think of most games with a chaining system, and it's the same thing. Kill an enemy to top it up, keep on killing enemies to keep that chain going until potentially the end of time. But all good things have to come to an end, and that bar will empty, hopefully not for now though. What else? Lasers, thank you. You can get touched by the lasers, but not for very long before you blow up. I actually don't know if it helps, but I'm going to use the third button, my barrel roll, to get out of the way. Other enemies have homing missiles where the barrel roll is actually useful to get them off my back, but other than that, I just think it looks cool. And we are going to go into the boss time now with a Star Destroyer and 2 satellites. Nope, just 1, and my shield is nearly gone. There we go. Now the bullets are red, and now I'm in trouble. If they touch me, they do exactly what you expect bullets to do, but it's okay, there's a cooldown. And we do this all again. I only have a bit more to go until max level. Can I make it? Yes. For max level, but also for the particles, a wormhole opens up and I need to enter it in style. Do a barrel roll. So, where are we going? To the Fleet Defense Grid, Sector Bruenhild. We're going to play a game. Will it come from up top or down below? Top. I lose. Shmups are a hard genre to record, this one especially. No matter how much the encoding ruins it, it is worth watching this on the screen. There is a lot going on, especially on the second level where there are lasers aplenty coming from these little critters. Inside the capsules are homing missiles, do a barrel roll, and we can see if it works or not by the red target around me. They are gone. So since I'm at max level, I'm now a Super Saiyan. This means everything is golden, but you'll notice there is an additional points counter for every gold bullet that I touch. It's not going to happen on this level, but you can get some pretty beefy numbers from this. I'll try anyway to absorb as many as possible. Okay, only a few thousand points. I need to concentrate on the lasers, I think, because now they're beginning to crisscross 3 capital ships. Perfect time for missiles, which clears everything. Ripples and slow down to signify the end of each set piece. Of course, it's completely possible to turn these things off in the menu, of which there are plentiful options. The missiles are why I've chosen the Space Croissant, is for use in the second level of each phase. It can get very hectic if certain things are left alive, with an increasing number of laser balls being sent my way. Thankfully, the ship has homing missiles of its own though, which you'll notice are auto-targeting on certain enemies, so I just have to position myself in front of the laser balls and hope that my missiles can finish the job. But sometimes it's too much, so barrage it is. I never finish my explanations. Timer. Because I like to think I'm a speedrunner from time to time. There is also a multiplier at the top right, which goes up during the level, but we'll go back down to a base level for the next... Oh, okay, I'm in red at the moment. We need to dodge all of this and start again. Every time you start a new chain, a bolt of energy goes to an enemy, which is good for causing some additional damage in a panic. I'm going to swoop from top to bottom, because why not? Enemies are being sent from both ends, so I can take care of them in one, and then swoop for the other. In terms of that base multiplier, there are things you can do to raise that. Not dying is one, so for each stage you no miss, Shmup lingo for not dying, then that'll raise by 1. There's also phase skipping, but we'll talk about that later, and I won't use it that much, because it also raises the difficulty, and I think this is hard enough, thank you very much. And after this, we have the boss time and dangerous enemies which remain in a dangerous satellite with a laser that tracks. This is partly why I don't like level 2, very easy to get trapped, but we're done. There is my no miss bonus from 11 times to 12 times, and off we go. 2. The Invasion Fleet Sector Bruenhild. For the first time in Shmup history, I have successfully taken my lone prototype ship, the last hope of humanity, through enemy lines, and I'm approaching the final battle. Haha, you think you can stop me? I take all your bullets, your rage feeds me. My missiles can beat your missiles easily. Okay, maybe not all of them, but they vanished, so it's okay. I'm going to infiltrate the enemy flagship and absorb probably 1,000,000 golden bullets in the process, which may or may not crash the encoder, but it was truly spectacular. Little turrets popping in and out of existence, how adorable. And these balls right here, they will be delightful in just a little bit, but the capsule wants to sneak up on me, how cheeky of them, missiles, and it's at this point I get to admire the background, which makes me wonder if there is in fact a city on the ship, but if that's the case I do feel a little bit bad for what I'm about to do. Not to this Gundam though, who I have to kill as quickly as possible, thank you very much, lasers are not welcome here. Now, for the Golden Shower. I cannot think of anything else to name it. That gives me plentiful golden bullets to absorb and plentiful points for my high score. Speaking of score, there are extra lives to be won, to which all these bullets help me on my path. I may be able to get the first one by the end of the level. That comes at 3 million points, then the requirement is doubled, so 6 million, 12, 24, no idea for 48. I'm not that good. I think the highest score is nearly 100 million, maybe even over that. I am far, far away. I've got to be honest, I can't remember if the boundaries of this level are deadly or not. I think I've been trained enough in other games to just not touch them, and the Space Croissant is not the fastest ship, so I don't have to think there's much fear of going into the sides. Also, as long as I keep up the chain going, there's not much to dodge, but that can change at any moment, and it's for that reason I take care of the big ones as quickly as possible. So we're going to go into some open air now, past the engine of the ship, and to another shower. I'll think of a better name. And it looks like I may be on my way to the next target. Oh, there are so many to choose from. It's not surprising I got a little bit lost on my way to the right one. But for the time being, this is not R-Type or Thunder Cross. I have to wait a little longer before I can blow up one of these things. And collect all of these points. 2 Gundams, never a good sign. I don't want to wait for a laser attack. Oh, that is rather generous of you with that placement. Finally, land in sight. Even if gravity is not a thing, it's still comforting. We should be coming to the end. Plenty of Star Destroyers have passed us by. Not a particularly long game, but an exciting one at that. I'm blasting a path into the ship itself. The turrets are popping up with aplomb, but I'm well versed in whack-a-mole. This area right here coming up looks like it could make for an interesting staging area. One of the last tests before the final boss. It seems like a missed opportunity to not put some lasers around the place, but who am I to criticize? We've got a space capsule, something cool inside. We will never find out. I carry on inside the ship, tentatively reaching into the deepest bowels, but those are the engines and the immense flames. Okay, is that it? No, that can't be right. Is some more ground, and I think it's going to be problematic to keep my shield active. Yes, I need to survive just a little bit. There are 2 Gundams, missiles away. Oof. Well, that could have been interesting. But the cooldown has passed. I should probably wait for one of these turrets to fire off a shot, but I'm too trigger happy. And these guys should be able to help unless they have missiles. Yes, they have missiles. Okay, thank you, turret. Most kind. Am I going to be able to deal with these Gundams quickly? Yes, and now an extra life, first of the game, which we get just before the boss of this level. Maybe even the final boss, unless you look at the video length, you'll never know. Got to dodge these missiles. And my shield is nearly kaput. Nope, killed the satellite just in time, and we are done. So because I finished that boss in a golden state, I have 2 wormholes, a phase skip, but as stated before, I'm a scrub. I forgo the multiplier bonus and go on my merry way. Asteroid Field, Bruenhildian Reach. I feel like this is a game where I have to explain the mechanics in the first 5 seconds or so. Or maybe a bit longer. You let the bullets hit you. Ouch. But that means the fun has begun. This is Schildmaid MX, an indie shmup made by HitP Studios, released in 2021. It's on itch right now, soon on Steam, slightly less soon on Switch, and like the name says, albeit in German. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Who are you guys? Okay, I have a shield, this magnificent golden aura around me, and this allows me to make a complete mockery of all these bullets heading my way. What's going on? I feel like I've done this before, just a little bit easier. There are so many more bullets now, so many more particles. It's like doing the second loop of something like Pro Gear. Oh, we've looped, haven't we? That's what they meant by phases. We're playing that Macross game on the NES. Everything is more now. More bullets, more explosions, more spectacle, more points, but also more danger. And especially with these enemies here and enemies to ram into above and below. Imagine the carnage if I chose a phase skip. I'm still very confused and very disoriented, but thankfully this is an auto-scroller so I can only move forwards. Oh no, we have lots of lasers to deal with as well, and also asteroids to navigate around. Now I need to figure out what kind of looping game this is. If it's too inspired by the 80s, then potentially this could be a very long video, and I have plans. Not like these 2 laser ships here. I'm going to have to navigate myself around and onto the Gundam. Do I have enough for missiles? I don't actually need them, do I? But this is very busy now down below, and it's probably a good thing that I held on to them, because now we have these 2 folks here and onto the boss, but I have no shield, so this is going to be very dangerous. 2 satellites this time, but it's reset back to golden. One of the satellites is down, and now for the other. No, maybe this is going to be too late. Yes, this is too late, but we have little ships there, just need to survive a little bit longer, or maybe I won't even ever get the chance. There we go. Time for the next episode of Sliders. To the Fleet Defense Grid, Bruenhildian Reach. We're going to play a game. Will it come from top or down below? Wait a minute, what? Top! Haha, I win. How did I know that? So it is the same, but a lot more lasers. A lot more lasers. I'm sure there are plenty of videos out there for lovers of absolutely perfect gameplay where there is not even a hint of a death. This will not be one of those videos. I dislike level 1, 2 from a safety perspective, and I don't expect this to tickle my fancy either. So I've not lost a life so far, and I more than realise what happens when things start going too well. And like my favourite fruit tarts, the lattices start to form just slightly more deadly. The tactic is kind of the same. I want to make sure I cover top and bottom. And these guys, these vomit laser balls, but that one didn't last too long. Why does everyone have a laser? Where's mine? The answer to that is on the other ship, the Wyvern, but Darius Burst has taught me that I'm useless at using a laser. My missiles are full. I'm having to judge each situation as it comes. That's a bit busy, and I don't like that combination. The missiles are still on my 6, do a barrel roll, but they're gone. But the capsule still remains. I can't get rid of all these enemies. It has too big of a mechanic. Okay, Gundam's gone, replaced by another. No missiles. Of course, there's a laser ship and one more dead ship, and I should have more missiles. Oh no, a second capsule. Down below, this laser, and hope for the best. No shield. This is terrible play, even for me. Okay, one capsule gone, missiles away. Phew. That happened. I haven't been able to talk about death yet, and what that means, but certainly had I died in that spot, it would have been very tricky to have recovered. Some respite now with a friendly Gundam, and the missiles which recharge so quickly depending on who you kill. Another one coming down. I might have to unleash it again. No, that's quite central. So, if it is the 80s, we could be playing this forever. But if the developers are arcade fans, then this should be the last time I do the second level. And I would be a little bit glad because it can be so deadly, but it's a great spectacle when things do go right. And so far, they're going right. The set pieces can end before destroying the laser prisons, which make for rather interesting situations. I've got the hang of this now. Wash, rinse, repeat. And here come Gundams. Feed me like we're in Super Mario Galaxy. Thank you. And here is another. I'm not ready to explode yet. Okay, another. That's too much for me, especially as the laser balls just won't stop. Boss time. And unfortunately, these prisons remained, and we have these 2 satellites now, which are going to... Oh no, I think I'm trapped. I am trapped. I'm dead. Oh, I was going too well. I would say I would take up my rage on the satellites, but I'm just sad. Both are destroyed. Final guy. I need to make sure to use my... not to use my missiles. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's roll on out of here. No miss bonus. Meh. To the Invasion Fleet Command Ship? Wait, what? Level 2A? Who are you? Why are there satellites here? Okay. Whoa, a ship just appeared out of nowhere with giant lasers. That's not very nice. And everybody's going to fire missiles at me. That's really not very nice. Those are far too many missiles, but thankfully lasers will destroy them. And here is my first bullet, hopefully, to activate the shields. There we go. A nice little buzz for the enemies. So now we're kind of playing R-Type. I don't know what the criteria is, but this is a secret boss, and it's quite early for me to appear, so I'm slightly concerned. You can see the pulsating purple, that's my target, a nice giant glowing ball. The game wants me to weave through these lasers to get in front of the ball, absorb the bullets, and unleash hell. No game. I'm going to cheese you. I have 2 homing missiles. I would be stronger, but I sadly died. So I'll have to stay up here and slowly chip at your health. There are ads, there are always ads, and now I'm going to have to dodge some bullets. There is a point where the enemies will stop appearing, so I won't be able to refill my missile attack, but hopefully it will be done here a little bit before then. Okay, recharge the shields. No, apparently I want to... Okay, last one, and we are done. That was a little bit weird. So let's roll on to the next one. Please, can I roll on to the next one? Please? Thank you. Whew. To the Invasion Fleet, Bruenhildian Reach. I've almost completely recovered, but what does death mean? It means I go down 1 power level first of all, so I'm back at level 5, and need only a few more bullets to recover back for max level. This, of course, has an implication for my score because I'm missing out on all those golden bullet bonuses, but now they're back. Although this is the best stage for it because of all those bullet showers which will appear in a little bit to quickly rack up meter. There is the multiplier which drops, so that has an impact on score as well, and something I can't prove is the internal difficulty level, but I suspect a death will lower that as well a tiny bit. But you can see the current difficulty level if you pause the game, but that doesn't make for a very exciting presentation. Like many other shmups, it is dynamic, but I don't think it can be abused in a meaningful way like Darius, for example. I was never good for recovery runs, and sometimes it's just not worth the risk. Especially now when I just move out of the way of the missiles, collect all of these golden showers. Again, still thinking of a better name for it. And we come to the capsule where... No, I am going to dodge it. So, I've already forgotten the story, but I sincerely hope I'm the good one here, otherwise it's going to get slightly awkward when I go back to base and see my family, assuming I have one. But, suicide mission, last hope of humanity, I'm probably an orphan like Eleanor, and that's why I'm going on the underside of this ship with missiles equipped on my flying croissant. Of course, more enemies mean more particle effects, so I can't get too mad at the game for ramping up the eye candy, and I'm getting to notice little details on the ship behind with the lights trailing. I'm sure that's static, but it's a nice little touch, which is weird because on paper this section is quite pedestrian, but it's an interesting moment of getting absorbed in the action, even if there's a little danger out there. Okay. And we are moving out into some clearer ground now. I think that means 2 more to go, getting a bit busy with all of these ships here, and now we have some Gundams and the ship, and now the laser ball's vomiting guy. Without the front, I would say it's a duck's head, but as long as it's the only thing in front of you, then it's easy to control. Land ahoy! I'm getting a bit lost out here. Yes, there it is. So to give an indication of point progression, I had a little over 3 million for the first phase, and I think I can get up to 9 million for the end of this second phase. So achieving 6 million in phase 2. If you want a better score, you better choose the right ship, because right now I think I'm doing better than the high score of 21 million. Oh, look. They're using the lasers. Good game. Now I have to make my way through, but unfortunately the game slows down a bit. Set piece time, those ships went down quickly, leaving only the capsule, and I have to be careful to get through this. Okay, nothing stupid. The peaceful interlude continues through this wonderful tunnel, through the spaceship city, but those are the engines. Now onto the cold, lonely space with lots of gold bullets and more land. But I think this was a time after these Gundams where I'm going to have to start worrying about my shield, because there are not enough turrets. Okay, deal with the Gundams, and now we deal with one after the other, but my chain is depleting. I need to be quick. Can we keep this going on? Yes, we can, probably until the end. And there are 2 Gundams, but I don't have enough EX bar to unleash missiles. Oh no, the shield is gone. One of the Gundams has shown sympathy, and not the other. I remember this. It's boss time. The cooldown is nearly over. Great timing. Shield back up. Both satellites are active with missiles. Shield won't last. Okay, one of the satellites died. The second one is down, and we are back. And that's gone to home and dry. Oh, defeated. And again, because I was in the golden state, I have a choice, a bit harder or a lot harder, and I'm still a scrub. The Hunter. Again, I am very disturbed. This is far too early. But this here is a second of the extra bosses, and as the name may suggest, I am being hunted. Got to get this bogey off my 6th, but it has a giant laser cannon and a bunch of buttons hunting me down. Missiles as well, but as we learned in the last extra boss, the laser can take care of that, which makes it a little bit more manageable. Unfortunately, there's not going to be enough buttons to kill, so the shield is going to go again. This is a deadly waiting game. And the shield is gone. The sensible thing would be wait and not shoot anything, but I am an idiot. I'm also dead. Top tip, don't do that. But it does mean I can start the chain once more. There we go, and wait for the second phase, because clearly this is taking far too long. There is a limit to the number of deadly buttons that the Hunter can send my way. I think that's the last of them. We can see the Hunter in flames, but I can't do enough damage from front. We need to treat this like Lilac Wars. And another dodge of the laser. Too slow. Okay, let's get behind. Just imagine I did a very impressive loop-de-loop. Laser satellites have appeared. That means the second phase can commence. Okay, I'm going to ignore them. And right behind we go. It's going to take the satellites a while to catch up with my very cunning plan of shooting the booty, but it's now far too late to do anything about it, and done. We are out of here. I wonder what's next. Core Asteroid Field. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass ich bei diesem Spiel die Spielmechanik in den ersten 5 Sekunden erklären muss. Man lässt sich von den Kugeln treffen. Ouch. Aber das bedeutet, dass der Spaß schon begonnen hat. Und das ist Schildmaid MX, ein Indie-Schmup von HitP Studio aus dem Jahr 2021, das gerade auf Itch zu finden ist, bald auf Steam und etwas weniger bald auf Switch. Und wie der Name schon sagt, wenn auch auf Deutsch, das ich natürlich fließend spreche, geht es das Schild. What? Why am I speaking German? Oh no, we've looped again. Just harder this time. But more enemies means more bullets, which means I can recover from my death even more quickly. We have German titles, German characters, German mode names, small team with an interesting pixel art aesthetic, and 2 letters at the end which will never learn what they mean. You'd be half right thinking this is another German horizontal shmup. In fact, it's half German, half Dutch. Does that make a difference? No, not at all. It's a great game. But after Schildmaid EX, Razion EX, and now Schildmaid MX, it's a distinction worth pointing out to continue the chain of interesting horizontal shmups from Europe. But for this one, you can truly feel the madness, the utter chaos of it all, and it's wonderful. So whilst dealing with all the relative calm of 3-1, okay, not so much, need to deal with the vomiting ducks, and these missiles are not helping with the amount of space available. Okay, where were we? It's available on itch right now for $15, PC, Mac and Linux, but if you bought the itch for Ukraine bundle back in March 2022, so very long ago, then you already own it, as well as some other great titles, which reminds me that I need to play Baba Is You. There's a very good chance that this run will be quickly obsolete because there's a version 2.0 update coming along with the Steam release, which will bring some improvements. One I'm particularly looking forward to is regarding death. So if I die, then I respawn immediately with my EX bar as is, which can lead to some tricky situations. Think of dying in other games and getting an instant bomb replenishment. So the first thing you want to do is bomb everyone and get a little breathing space. We have 2 Gundams. I think this is approaching boss time. 1 mech down and a lot of bullets here. I need to get that cooldown done with quickly. Okay, here comes a laser. Just a little bit more. There we go. Need to take care of the other mech to keep this chain going. Okay, that's gone. Focus on the satellite. It's a nice lone ship. Has appeared to add a bit of replenishment. Not enough. Back to being patient. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, says the voice in my head. There we go. Taking care of all of them. Just a ship left. And we are done. The core fleet defense grid. We're playing a game. I'm going to say up again. What will it be? Nope, I lose. 4 extra lives, 5 in total. I'm 11 million points away from the next one. This is it. I need to survive. And I hope you all know what to expect from the second level now. Never-ending lasers. Last time it was fine. I only lost a life at the end, but one death can quickly turn the tide here. Recovery is going to be tricky. And my usual tactic of shifting from one end of the screen to the other is made harsher by the multitude of missiles littering the path. Thankfully, not many of these are homing yet. I have missiles in reserve, and I think they will go here. Yes, there they go. I have a little patience for just while beat communication. 30 minutes in. I consider these ducks as a little bit of a pause. I can rip apart the shackles of the laser prison. It's also another reason why I chose the space croissant. There are different option types, and these ones are positioned above and below my ship, which is great for targeting the laser balls without having to get too close to the lasers themselves. That is, of course, assuming my normal missiles don't find their targets. Okay, and after this laser ship, we're going to have another type of mech. Definite use case for the missiles. The darker ones start with a laser attack, unlike the lighter ones, which save it for their second attack. I'm dead. Oh no. I need to get that EX bar filled as quickly as possible. This is not good to die in a set piece. Okay, it's always full, but I don't need it. I can deal with those on my own, and I've got no shield. Uh-oh. Usually I don't have to care about revenge bullets. Now I do. Oh, Ducky Ducky, here to save the day by giving me a pause. And I can touch one of these revenge bullets now. So not only is this a bad stage to die on because of how awful some of these set pieces can be at times, but also from a recovery perspective. At this difficulty, the first stage has plenty of bullets, the third stage always showers you with bullets. Second, you're on your own. The spectacle here is a number of lasers, so I don't see myself getting back to max level until I get to the third stage. If I get to the third stage. Of course I do, that's why this commentary exists. But for drama's sake, I'm dead. I'm now at level 4, but I've kept my progress bar. My multiplier has gone down all the way to 6. The difficulty has probably not gone down so dramatically. Score is screwed. Power is severely compromised, but we are still in this. 3 lives left, and I have a full EX bar. Bring it for the Dark Gundam. My patience is wearing thin, and that is unfortunate because I think this part is potentially deadlier. Oh, and dead. Boss, 2 mechs, 3 laser prisons, level 3. Oh no. I don't know what to say. What is there to say? Panic. The Gundam has run off. Thank you, Mr. Robo. I hope the one up top can follow. Too many lasers, but I have my shield back. Yes. Oh, please go away, satellites. Mr. Mech is dead. Now, because I'm taking so long, the ship is going away. Unfortunately, this is not Darius. My ship will not turn. I have to sneak through to the front. Oh no, this is tight. This is why you shouldn't talk about shmupping. Okay, one is gone. Second is gone. And you are done. Oh, what that happened? Blimey. Let's go. Core Invasion Fleet. 2 lives left. 10 million points until our next one. I hope this is the last level because this is cutting it real close. Simple enough to begin with, but I'm glad to have a full EX bar. Okay, we got Duckies and Gundams. I need this after what just happened. I'm not sure if I've mentioned the real danger here, but there are no continues. It's not a case like other games where you simply unlock them, they simply aren't there. Not to say the entire package is unfriendly. There is the beginner Krieger Mode, which has plenty of continues for you to play around with, and enjoys a same phase skipping mechanic to allow you to ramp up the difficulty if you so wish. But on the other end of the scale is the Chimera Mode, where you have the best ship, which is amazingly good fun, but only one single life. Entire runs can and have been ruined by Stage 2, but for the moment I enjoy the laser spewing ducks and force myself through the Armada for the third and hopefully final time. The path is the same, but we ramp up the enemies. Dark Gundams, I have no missiles and no shield, I'm currently missing out on a lot of points. Okay, come here points. There we are, level 5. One more to go until full recovery. I'm in a precarious position with these 2 lives, so I just can't risk it. But after this ducky should hopefully be another opportunity to gain some more points. There we are, not too many, and into a claustrophobic corridor where last time I felt disappointed they didn't do more with it. Good thing the developers think iteratively. So, here we are with some lasers. I'm trapped, haha, got you. Theoretically, this should go up to phase 5, so I can't imagine what this would be like at that difficulty. Maybe double the lasers and we're doing Pro Gear style micro-dodging. But that's over with, into another clearing and more points. Oh, hello there, you look sick. You are sick. What are those? Well, if you touch those, you get a bit sick too and instantly lose your shield. It seems a bit weird just to introduce them once or twice at the end. I feel like there could have been an opportunity to use a lot more of them. Oh well, maybe another time. And missiles away. I feel with the little guys I can refill my meter quite quickly. And also Ducky Wucky, Mr. Capsule, and my missiles are once again ready to be used. And finally, I have regained my max power. There are obviously some games where if you're not fully powered going into the final stretch, then you may as well not bother. This isn't one of those games, but the extra firepower certainly helps, and I think I know what's coming up. In just a little second. Hello there? Yes, more lasers. I'm somewhat reminded of Guacamelee style arenas in this bit, just without the ability to transform into a chicken. What kinda? Okay, missiles, and we have to deal with the Ducky Wucky. And onwards. Need to take a little bit of a breather, and now I need to avoid the snot. Nicely done. I feel like the game is doing everything it can to make sure I'm as powerful as possible. That's very nice of them. And a lot of bonus points coming here. 72,000 from those bullets. I'll take that as well, but 24 million looks out of reach. I was very lucky with that laser, but like I said, they don't kill you immediately. Just suck your chain meter, so I probably touched it at the best time. Is my shield going to last? Yes. That's 3 times in a row now, but it's coming. Missiles away. I will regret that, but I hope this 6th ship refills it a lot. No, not quite. So we have 1 Gundam remaining. He is gone. And we've got turrets at the bottom to keep my chain alive, and I don't think that's going to be enough. Nope, I am too slow for this final boss, and I don't like the missiles being there above, but one of the turrets, one of the satellites is gone. Oh, that's tight. Get the shield active again, and that is done. Finished. I was golden, but the game leaves me with no choice. Phase 5. To the unknown threat. I'm scared. So dark. Some more 6 ships. As you can see, the tentacles wrapping around them, and now, like me at next week's Christmas party, dodge the illness. Is that just another hunter? It doesn't matter, you can only shoot what is ahead of you. Looks that way, laser in the front, buttons at the bottom, but what is this green stuff? I don't think he was as successful when getting the finger food. I don't like the look of this. It should probably stay at a safe distance and definitely save the missiles. There's no danger at the moment. Of course, the pulsating starts now. And the streams of snot, oh no, from multiple sources. It's okay though. I've nearly finished and the spreads are generous enough to weave my craft through. Kind of looks like it's growing an eyeball. Oh no, what's that changing into? It's nearly finished. Come on, just a little bit more. And another pulse. Oh, what's coming now? Oh, you tease. It's Kraid. Or a giant space frog. I don't know. A cool design, though. And a very creepy looking tongue. The ship's not going to last, is it? There are snot ships, but they're not coming out quick enough. Okay. Now they are coming out in 2x2. Hurrah, hurrah. Oh, there has to be more to this, surely. Apparently he's developing some Halo Elite armor. Looks like there's room for another phase. And what's going to come next? Some pulsing. Oh no, it's snot lasers coming from some rather questionable parts of his body. Self-censorship right there. I have no shield, but he's back. Oh, la 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 la. Okay, this is the finale. I'll give you that, Schildmaid. Let's survive. And he's gone and back again. More snot ships coming out. And we're treating this like a Nickelodeon show in the 90s with all this slime. Not much left. Let's just shoot into the Neither and hope for the best. Okay, your P stream does not work on me. You can't touch this. I feel like if there were more ships appearing, they could have had some proper hell going on, but I suppose I can't complain for the final boss. We got the shield coming back right there. And we just got a little bit more to go. A little bit and we are done. Oh, that was it. Wait, what? 23 million? No, give me more, please. Yeah, stage bonus, 24 million, extra life that I won't use. Let's roll. So that was it. That was Schildmaid MX, Krieger Mode clear, and we have some story. After obliterating the command ship of this unprecedentedly large mercenary fleet sent by the terrible Red Lanferian Empress and her Clay's court, you and your fellow Bruenhildian fighter pilots were able to conduct multiple extra attacks. What? Thanks to Bruenhildian, just got no, fine. This is the final test of the game, and I have to give up, unfortunately. The true last boss, reading incredibly quickly. That was Schildmaid MX, available now for PC, Mac, Linux on itch, Steam soon, Switch at some point. Fun game, lovely game, plenty of modes, online leaderboard, training modes, other fun things, and a content update coming in 2023. I may have to return to this one day. Till then, enjoy the rest of the story and the credits, and speak again soon. Bye bye.